Great to see everybody here. Again, we're coming off an Ag Committee meeting, and I just want to introduce you to Luc Berthold. Of course, a lot of you know Luc. He's our shadow critic on agriculture. And I want to thank you, Luc, for including me in the Ag Committee today. I sit on the Trade Committee, so for coming from Saskatchewan to find time and to sit in your committee, I appreciate it. You know, it's really great. Luc's been fighting really hard on this issue, and it's nice to have a Quebecer fighting for canola growers in Western Canada. It just shows that this country, when it's united, and Andrew Scheer will do that for sure, that it becomes a very strong country, and it's a very awesome country to be part of when we're all fighting for each other, unlike Justin Trudeau, where he's dividing us. So, of course, maybe we'll just talk a little bit, Luc, about the committee today and maybe some of your thoughts on that. You know, I was very frustrated, very upset. How did you feel?
Oh, that was frustrating. This committee, this all committee we had today, I think we should say that because we were serious. All the conservative colleagues, exactly. We talked about the real things. We talked about the canola crisis. We talked about the Canadian economy, who will be really affected by this crisis. We talked about real producers' problem. A lot of our colleagues, Eldrishan, Larry Maguire, Ted Falk were there, and they talked about some things happening in their own province, in their own riding.
Right in the ridings, yeah.
Yeah, and we just been turned off by the Liberals. They didn't accept to receive the Ag Minister on committee.
Yeah.
The Trade Minister.
Like it's
incredible why they don't want their own minister to talk what they have to hide.
Well, can you explain to me? Like I heard that their Ag Minister has not been in front of committee since November.
Yeah.
November.
Yeah.
So you've got all sorts of ag issues happening across this country. And where's the Ag Minister? Like yesterday, she was nowhere to be found. There was a tweet of her serving some pie to somebody. But, you know, right now we need the Ag Minister involved in this file. So what's going on?
The first occasion the new Ag Minister had to appear before his own Ag Committee, the Liberals said no.
Exactly.
So why? Why? This is a huge files. This is an emergency things happening right now. And I talked a lot with a lot of canola producers and other producers who have a lot of fear about what's happening right now. They fear that they will be impacted too.
Yeah, they just don't know what the future holds.
And honestly, we just wanted the minister to come in front of us and tell us the truth, where they are, what are the everything at stake in this crisis, and what are their plan.
Yeah, exactly.
And they just said no.
No, you know
it's incredible. It's frustrating. As a Quebecers, like you said, if a crisis hurt the economy, the Canadian economy, everywhere.
Yeah.
It's concerning for me.
You know, that's one issue, Luc, we talked about. Like, you know, if you look at the impact, it's on farmers' back pocket. It's an actual cash issue. That means they don't buy a car, they don't buy a truck, they're not buying other goods and services that are made in the rest of Canada, including Quebec. Maybe they'll buy less maple syrup. You know, it impacts right across Canada. And that's why we want to see some answers. We want to see some confidence given to the farming community that we've got their backs. And we have their backs as Conservatives. But I can't say that for the Liberal Party. I look at the Liberal Party and I looked at the members today. We had one member speaking.
Yeah,
the rest of them didn't say anything.
And this member who shut down our request to have the minister appear,
that's right, in the Justice,
was the same who shut down the Justice Committee.
Yeah.
And caused all this cover-up operation, budget operation from the Liberals government.
Yeah.
So he just shut down our committee this morning, saying that, we don't need to have the ministers coming because they will be in Trade Committee. But you will be there.
Exactly. But again, so you have to come to Trade Committee in order to talk to the Ag Minister. How crazy is that? Now, trade is important to agriculture, no question about it, and I'm glad to have her there. But I just find it so ridiculous that they think the CFIA can come to both the Ag Committee and the Trade Committee, but the ministers can't.
That's remember me something. Mm-hmm. When witnesses can come back in front of the Justice Committee, some can, some
can't.
It's
amazing. Again,
so they are choosing who they want to let speak.
Yeah, to come forward.
Yeah.
You know, again, I have to explain to viewers, the Liberals control the committees. They have the majority, so they control the chair position. They control the number of members. So we always get outvoted. Now, in this situation, we weren't trying to play politics. There was no scandal in play. We were just wanting to talk to the ministers and reassure them, or get reassurance from them, that they have a plan. And
what they are doing. This is what we need to know, what they are doing. We both know that Canada have not an ambassador.
Good point.
In China. So who's talking for us there?
Yep.
That's why we wanted to hear from foreign minister.
Yep.
But again, they voted against this motion.
Exactly.
To have her testimony in front of us and explaining how they are planning to deal with this China thing.
Yeah.
I just can't understand why they're supposedly open and transparent government.
The hypocrisy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're so hypocrites on everything since I think since the India trip.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
They began to do some kind of weird thing since the India trip. They didn't resolve the pulse crisis with India. We had this durum wheat still
Italy, no
unsolved,
issues. Yep.
no issues. So, and now the canola thing. And we raised the issue each and every time. March 8th, we called for this emergency meeting.
Correct.
As conservative.
Yep.
We are at the end of March, and they refuse again.
Yep.
So, Randy, you know trade. You know trade. You know when we have traders,
Yep.
they want certainty.
That's correct.
They need certainty.
Yep.
And I think you have a lot of question to ask next Tuesday.
Exactly. You know, again, they've taken the ministers where they agreed in the trade committee we'd get an hour each. Now they're going to combine them in the same hour, and then they're going to put CFIA in the second hour. So we won't even get a full round of questionings from all the members, and they're only going to get 5 or 7 minutes to actually talk about their plan. Again, it's enough time for them to really not enough time to do anything effective or efficiently. It's not going to provide a lot of insight. You know, what do you think we should do next? Emergency debate, anything like that? I know we're going to fight for farmers, and we know we have to get that message out. I guess we're going to have to consider a lot of things, right?
Yeah, so next Tuesday, we at Ag Committees are supposed to receive the CFIA also, and some representative from the industry.
Yeah.
You will receive 2 ministers, but I think the debate on agriculture should happen before the Agriculture Committee. Mm-hmm. So I will continue to insist to have those ministers appearing in front of us. Emergency debate, all the tools we have.
Exactly.
In our box tool.
Yep.
we will try to use it.
Exactly. You know, Luc, I just want to say thank you again. I thank you for letting me participate in your community today, and thank you for standing up for Canadian farmers. We really appreciate the hard work you're doing, and you know, again, for us out west to have a Quebecer fighting for him, it means a lot. So thank you for doing that.
Yeah, but Randy, I must tell people that I'm really happy that you came with us before this committee this morning, because your experience at Trade Committee is really helpful, and you know your file so well that I didn't want no one else than you to come to with us in our committee.
But you know, again, it shows the Conservatives, we've got such a deep bench with so much experience. When issues come up, we actually have a team that can actually tackle those issues. The Liberals proved today they have no team other than somebody from the PMO to come in and squash things.
Yeah.
So anyways, thank you, Luc, and to the viewers, thank you for paying attention to this issue, and more to come for sure.